Okay.
Hello to white subscribers. Sirenscape ain't working, so we got other music today. Sorry. Go Sirenscape for having a subscription-based service and not providing for people. But anyways, last week, y'all got done in Goodmead, decided to head on down to Dugan's Hole, talk to an extremely unfriendly person who is apparently the speaker of Dugan's Hole, and she was very dismissive about you going and finding a couple of kids that may have wandered off, thinking that it is a fool's errand and that they are probably dead. After that conversation, y'all decided to start heading back towards Goodmead and see if one of these wolves happened to approach. And they did, and gave y'all some type of sob story about his master beating him and asking for the party to help. That he was injured on one of his legs, and it seemed to be a lie. And y'all eventually decided to go ahead and follow them back to their master, who is Garagai, a frost giant that lives in an ice lodge. And upon getting to the ice lodge, the wolves decided to stand watch because Garagai was obviously not home. And he started walking down a long hallway to the main chamber. Claudette and Nowhere got right into the room, crunching on ice, and a very large mammoth got extremely upset, and at hearing him yell, Celestine ran in to try and calm him down, to no avail. And that's where we're at. Everybody that hasn't rolled initiative, go ahead and roll initiative.
While that's happening, can I cast a spell real quick? Or rather use an item from my necklace. It's up to you. I can do it first round of combat if you'd prefer.
Yeah, I would say that nobody got a surprise round on this one.
Oh, look.
Oh, come on. Me and Arden were expecting it.
Yeah, way out there.
We have two beasts out here that we can attack.
Yeah. Which kind of makes me worried here, guys. I mean, we're level 2. Each one of these creatures has more health than all of us combined. Or should. Probably does. Really? You're not going to be saying that when you get knocked down again and you're looking at me whining to be brought back up.
That's Arden. That's not Illiken. Illiken's like, yeah, I'm beating all these guys just fine. Arden's over there like, one-hit wonder.
Mm-hmm. Are the wolves joining the initiative?
Not currently. They told you that they were going to stand watch in case Garagai came back.
I'm okay with them not being in the initiative.
Alright, Norsu had to use his action to dash to get up there, so that is it for him. Oh crap, oopsies. Claudette was supposed to go first.
Is she out this week?
She is without internet this week, so she has given White permission to play her character.
Okay.
Her internet was supposed to be installed at her new place Friday, and they didn't come. And apparently the South don't work on weekends unless
Not
you're in
until 1 o'clock in
hospitality.
the afternoon.
They don't work at all.
Okay.
They don't install cable on Saturdays like they do out here.
Gotcha.
I tried to convince her to go to their office or to their storefront and be like, "Hey, give me the password, and I'll play my game right here." And she's like, "Yeah, even those aren't open on the weekends." I'm like, "Wow."
Yeah, nothing opens. Okay, nothing, and I do mean nothing. Gas stations included, open until 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday.
But anyways, Claudette, go for it.
Because they're the religious capital of the world.
How can she not have a short bow? What kind of rogue is she if she doesn't have a short bow? I mean, that's ridiculous. What the hell was she thinking?
Slicey, stabby, stabby, slicey.
Okay, then I'm gonna throw a dagger at this thing.
12 does not hit.
Okay. And I'll have her step back a bit. So yeah, that's it for her.
Alright.
She doesn't try hiding behind you? Come on.
Because that doesn't work.
Alright, so Norsu will get to there and yell, "Die!"
Ilkin, for the record, you make a shitty tank from way back there.
Hey, I'm not the one that, didn't listen to Arden and I when we said it's going to be a trap.
We knew it was going to be a trap.
Then why did you run? I'm just saying.
Did you not listen to the description? Claudette snuck in here. And Norsu caught her, or was trying to sneak in here. Norsu caught her, and she yelled for help. Celestine...
I never heard her yell for help. I heard the scream.
Yes. Nowhere, and Celestine ran in to help. Anyway, Celestine is going to use, a bead from her necklace to cast Bless. And I'll do that on Nowhere, Celestine, and Claudette, since we're all up here.
I remembered to click the boxes, so I have Bless.
Both of them?
Yes.
Very good.
Oh, yeah. There may be hope for me yet. Well, that's kind of a stretch, but whatever.
Really?
Just saying what you're thinking.
And I guess that's it. I don't really have anything else to do on a bonus action. I'll go ahead and try to pull away from this creature. Does he take an attack of opportunity on me?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Unless he has disadvantage for some reason. 26? You guys were gonna die. Your healer just went down.
I remember us talking about can we purchase potions and somebody saying you don't need them. I remember something about that.
Who said you didn't need potions?
I don't think that was this game.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm not sure when that was said, but yeah. About the only time I would ever inch towards saying anything along that line would be with Ariana. And it's even happened that we needed potions with her.
Yeah, so Celestine's down.
Illican.
And for my action, I feed a good berry to.
You can't. You can't feed an unconscious person.
Oh, you can't shove something down their throat?
They might choke.
You could give me a potion, but
I don't have any potions.
a food won't work. I wouldn't think.
Then I get here. His favorite foe a bonus action?
Free action.
Okay. Favorite phone on Norisu. We have slept once, right?
Yep. A 15 does not hit.
Shit. Oh, yeah. That's all for Illican because he can't do anything more. And favorite foe on Norisu. Oh, wait, no, he's not going to do that. You got lucky. On, Celestine. I'm pushing on it. It's not working. I don't know why. I'm pushing on Cure Wounds and it won't work. In fact, none of it is. Okay, never mind.
Longbow and short sword.
Dude, that's an awful lot of crits. You got 3 nat 20s and a nat 1 in 4 rolls. That's insane.
Got them out of the way.
Okay, let's see if this works now. Oh, you're messing with it. Okay.
I hope you're talking to Sky, because I'm not doing nothing.
Okay,
Well,
so when you click on it, it should bring up a pop-up box that says input value. What level of spell do you want to use? Are you seeing that?
no.
Okay.
Pops up in the middle of your screen right over your character sheet.
No. Yeah, there it is. And he's only at level 1. Level 1. Okay, you get healed for 9. And then for someone for I know.
I gave you back the spell, so he should have had 2 spells. So now you've got 1 spell left.
Thank you.
Okay, she's conscious, just still on her ass. I guess. Thank you, I appreciate that.
And that was his action, so he can't do anything more.
Nowhere.
Hello. Let's see. I draw my scimitars and hit him with that and that.
What's the +4?
Bless.
Oh, I didn't have that hooked up when I did my 15.
Well, you're not blessed.
Oh.
It hits 3 creatures within 30 feet. You were more than 30 feet away, and she chose the 3 that were up there.
Okay. So
Just one sec.
it's 21 and 20 hit.
Should he have the dex modifier on the second one?
Yeah, the dex modifier is taken off the damage, not the hit.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yes, both of them hit.
Okay.
Or 9.
Yes, it is set up correctly outside of adding that additional 4 piercing, which is not supposed to be there, but that's okay.
Okay.
That's just because that you only get that on ranged attacks. But
Yeah.
that's okay. Sky knows.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got the dex modifier on the second one.
No, it doesn't.
Rolling 1d20 plus
No,
No, on the damage, not the attack.
if you hover over the 4, it says rolling 1d6 equals 4. No, nothing else. Additional modifiers to it.
Oh no,
That's what
put
I
it
was
over
trying to
the
figure out.
16. When I clicked
Yeah.
on 16, it says.
Yes,
20.
but
Yeah,
it's not
that's what
the
I was.
16.
That's what I was asking, and he explained that it was the 4.
Yes, when doing an offhand attack, unless you've got the 2-weapon fighting style, you do not add the dexterity modifier to the damage for the attack. It does not affect the to hit, which is the 16. The damage is the 4 at the bottom.
So, anyways, Claudette.
Wait a minute.
Oh, did you have something else you could do?
I do. I'm going to use action surge.
Okay.
Oh shit, he's a fighter.
Uh-huh.
For some reason I was thinking he was a ranger as well.
No. So with action surge, do I need to take the bless off of that, or?
No.
Okay, so I get the additional 1 strike, right?
Correct.
And that will hit.
And that's another 5 damage. Unfortunately, what I don't have is some sort of withdrawal without consequences. So I guess I'm going to stand right there and grit my teeth. That, I believe, is the end of my turn.
All right. Got it.
I'm assuming a 9 doesn't hit, but does a 16?
The 16 just barely hits.
7 points of damage.
Well, of course, he was a little upset.
Does he look like he's been damaged?
A little bit. Definitely has some little slashes and a little bit of blood running down the hair. You'll turn towards nowhere.
Yeah, it definitely hits. But I'm still standing.
Damn, this guy's tough.
That will be it for North.
Yeah, I'm glad I did not attack the dogs.
Okay, I'm going to... Oh, shit. See, I could either attack and do some pretty decent damage, or I can step up there and heal nowhere. Problem is that I'm thinking our only chance of winning this fight is to take him down as fast as possible. Because, frankly, we cannot survive him hitting us very often. Because even if I heal nowhere, with the next attack, he's probably going to go down. Because I can't heal for 22 with, in one round.
I say
So-
attack. And
So attack him.
yeah, because I mean, all we gotta do is keep him alive. Where during his turn, even if he keeps getting hit by everybody.
Okay, then I'm going to... shit. I'm going to use my starry form to turn into Archer. Well, I'm going to stand up first. Then I'm going to use my starry form to turn into the Archer. Which allows me to fire a luminous arrow. Assuming 26 hits.
Yep.
For 10 points. And then I'm firing, for my action, I'm firing a guiding star. I'm assuming 24 hits.
That as well.
For 16. And the next attack against him has advantage.
Ilkin thanks you for that.
And that's it for Celestine.
Alright, Ilkin. Both hit.
Yeah, they're like, okay, why am I adding the? Okay, that's favorite foe, and I already said I did that, so I'm good. That's my turn for him.
Oh, he's definitely hurting.
And then it's Arden's turn. Go, Arden.
24 definitely hits.
Good boy. Good boy. My dad's kicking ass for the last 2 games. Sorry, French.
Pardon-moi?
Don't worry about it. He seems to think ass is worse than what I was saying, so...
I got to get used to talking in business attire, so I gotta at least curtail some of my words.
Probably be best.
Yeah.
You said you're going to work for District 11?
Maybe. I apply for it tomorrow.
Is that going to be weird or what? Working
Yes.
for the same place you went to school? Oh,
Yeah, we went to District 2.
oh. Wait. Sierra's District 2?
Yeah, Harrison.
Oh, yeah. I did go to District 11 before Sierra, so.
Oh, okay.
He's definitely looking bloody. Nowhere it is your turn.
That is all. Oh, crap. I screwed up. No, nowhere's alive, so we're good. Never mind. Oh, and part of Arden's last words is, I'll heal you when you drop.
Not if, when.
So was it my turn now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, in my death throes, or anticipated death throes, I guess, I'm going to attack again.
Those definitely hit.
And so that gives us 14.
Yep.
Right. Okay. And since I only have one action surge until we rest, I guess I don't get to do that again. But it was nice while it lasted.
It was.
Alright, Claudette. Well, hell. Both hit.
This looks like a good day for crit.
See. 8 and 4. No, 7. And 4.
And roll me a 1d4 for the scimitar wounding.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't realize it did something extra. I should have read up on that. That's my bad.
And let's see. Yeah, Illican hit it harder. So it will turn over towards Illican.
Of course, that hit. One second.
Alright, roll a d12. So that'd be 23 damage.
Nice. If I remember correctly, that takes you from dropping to actually still standing, right?
He grunts with a big grin. Weakling!
Alright, still sitting.
Okay, guys, I'm going to take this chance one more time. Hopefully we can make another round.
That'll hit. And that'll hit. Alright. What happens?
Oh, this ball of light forms in my hand, and I throw it like a softball, or baseball, and it hits and just explodes in a shower of sparks. And just leaving a smoking crater in the chest of this giant mammoth as it falls over. I'm assuming that was a how do you want to do this moment. I hope.
Yeah, I'm not Matt.
Okay, just double checking.
Need to get another popular phrase going.
So, he's down.
He is down.
Watch this Claudette ravage the body.
I'll play her character in combat, but I'm not going to RP her.
She doesn't. Illiken will, so that's why, I always give it to her.
You mean, like, loot the body?
Yeah.
It's a mammoth. You really think it has anything on it? Go for it.
Okay. What do I got to roll?
What are you trying to do?
I'm inspecting the body, see if there's anything that, can be taken.
Like
Acquired.
gear?
What?
Like gear?
Gear, it's a big mammoth. It has fur, so, we can skin it. It's got bones we can process. If it's got horns, we can take it. If you can eat a mammoth, you got meat.
The horns are about as tall as you are.
Hey, new
But that
club.
said, if you were looking at chopping it up, it's gonna take a while, a long while. And that would be survival. If you're looking for weapons of some sort, that would be investigation. You are 100% certain that it has no weapons.
And can you tell me what there is that my character would know? Okay, you can get, trade in, whatever, off this body.
Being a Goliath from your background, from the tribes, you would know that. Holy shit! What the?
Yeah. I don't know what's up with him, but he scored like what 5 nat 20s tonight.
Can I? There needs to be a way that I can refresh his system because I know he doesn't want to, but I want to.
Make him log out. Tell me he has disadvantage on all attacks until he logs out.
All right. So you would know that Ivory, i.e., the tusks, would definitely sell. You could probably sell the fur, and the meat would be tough, like really tough, but it would be eatable.
He'll take the horns because he doesn't have the skill to remove the fur. He'll let the Celestine, hey, if you want the fur for your gloves and stuff like that, you can have it. But he'll take the horns.
Mammoth fur is too long to use for something like that.
Okay.
It would be ideal for something like a tent, but or some sort of lodging, but where we're moving all the time, it may not be suitable to bring with us.
Okay.
How long are you planning on doing whatever you're doing with the tusks?
How long would it take to break them off?
If you just hold it and try and break it, it'll be a strength roll. If you are trying to cut it back into the skull, then it's going to take probably a couple hours for each.
Okay, then he's going to have to, because he's not waiting around. Well, I don't know. He asked everybody, do you guys want to rest here? Because we're all beat up. Or me, Nowhere, and Claudette are beat up. Or sorry, Celestine are beat up.
I'd like to rest, but I'm worried about those wolves prowling around outside.
Well, if we stay here, they might think we're dead and stay out there. And so that, because no matter what, we need to rest. Because I'm really hurt. I mean, he's got a weak hit, but I'm really hurt. I tripped and hurt myself worse than he's ever done. So, hey, but I know I need to rest.
Mechanically, are we talking short rest or long rest?
I don't. It's what we need. It's whatever we need to. If we find another one of these guys further in, we'll die if we stay. If we're all at the same health we're in it now. And the last time we found 4 giants, so that's why he's thinking long rest.
What do you think, Nowhere?
I think I need all the rest I can get.
Okay. I guess let's go ahead and try a long rest.
And for his portion, he's just going to work on the teeth, but he's going to try to break them off, see if he can.
Nowhere's probably thinking, why did I leave the bar?
I told you to keep one of the caskets.
All
Or a barrel.
right, give me 2 strength rolls. Break these tusks off.
Okay, I asked if anybody
I'm gonna
would
kill
help
you.
me, and I don't want to. And that on all out, this one to be on you as the DM. Would Arden help me if nobody else says they're going to help me? because I don't want to make that call.
Yeah.
I don't have the strength to help.
Strength check, not strength save. All right. So I would say that you were able to get one of the tusks. You'd be able to get one of the tusks clean off close to the skull. The other one, as you were pulling, it shattered in multiple places.
He collects all the tusks or all the shattered parts and puts it in his bag.
Okay.
Yeah, I know why you said no strength saving. I know.
Yeah, you get the extra proficiency bonus on it.
I guess I'll take first watch.
Illiken thinks that he'll take last watch.
You looking at Arden?
Illiken, I figure the two guys that have perfect health, or the people that have the good health, should take the first part of it. Guys that have the bad health should take the last part of it.
So that's not how it works. If the people with the bad health take the sleep the first part of it, and you get into combat the second part of it, nobody gets healed.
Yeah, you don't get
You
healed
have
until
to-
the end, regardless of how much health you have when.
Well, I know that, but I mean, okay, logically speaking, the guys that are hurt need a little bit of rest so that they can say, okay, now I've got a little bit more energy to do this. I was thinking role-playing wise.
Okay. So more logically for you, Arden's an elf and Celestine's an elf. So they can each take one 4 hour as opposed to divvying it up between two.
That works. Arden tells Ilkin he doesn't always talk about go to sleep.
Gee, it almost feels like your dad's here.
I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. His spirit is here no matter what.
Anyway, yeah, I'll go ahead and take first watch.
Give me a person check. Hear the wind whistling from outside, and hear one of the wolves eventually goes to sleep. You can kind of hear it, little sniffle, snore kind of thing. It was fine.
Okay, I will make my way over to Arden and kind of kick the bottom of his boot, trying to wake him up.
Arden jerks a little bit, looks around, looks and nods. My shot.
Yep.
How was it? How's our
Quiet.
friend inside? Okay.
Quiet, and I heard one of them falling. I heard one of them was sleeping, but hopefully it stays that way.
All right. Well, get some good rest. You look like you needed a little bit. He chuckles. Hey, he points to. You've got a hole there. You might need to cover up a little bit more. Yeah, then he gets ready for his shift.
So Steen will go find wherever Nowhere is and kind of bed down somewhere near him.
Wow.
No.
Right there with you, man. Had the same.
Arden, give me a perception check. So, you wake up from your trance, you talk to Celestine a bit. You, walk down towards the hallway, listen. It's nice and breezy and, I mean, obviously cold, but thankfully you're in this big structure that is guarding you from the wind. You can hear the, one of the wolves kind of doing this little snore-ish thing. Walk on back. In about 20-30 minutes. You sit with your back towards the ice. The ice-covered Garagai, and eventually you fall asleep.
Did you say fall asleep?
Yep.
Okay. Can not now, but can I roll a perception to see if Illiken wakes up? Not during the shift, but near where it's time to wake up. That makes sense.
Yep. Everybody give me a perception with the disadvantage. And an Illiken.
Celestine, I'm not hearing you through the headset.
Helps if I don't mute it. I got 10 and 9. Arden got 16. Illiken got 13. What about you, Nowhere?
Nowhere got a 5.
I got a 5, yeah.
Oh, damn.
So, y'all got your full rest. And I would say that Arden woke up first to the sound of cutting, kind of the little, sounds more like a saw going back and forth in something. And wakes up to see 3 kobolds sawing away at the mammoth, trying to cut out some meat.
Arden walks around, wakes everybody up quietly, taps their foot so that, but with a little bit of urgency, and whispers as they wake up, kobolds, shh, as he's walking around, as he's waking everybody up, because he doesn't want, since they didn't interfere, but he does say, check your gear.
One of them will turn towards you as you're waking everybody up and say, please don't hurt us. We didn't mean any harm. We thought this would be a great place to rest, and we didn't realize those wolves and that horrid mammoth were living here. We heard, we were certain that you had met your fate, but when we came out, you guys were resting, and this thing was dead. We're so hungry. We just wanted to get some food. Please don't hurt us.
Arden goes, as long as our gear is intact, you're free to eat.
How many of there are you?
Just us 3.
Insight check.
Okay.
Helping.
You can't help on an insight check.
I got a 9. Unless you let the guidance take effect.
Sure. Doesn't matter one way or another. They're telling the truth.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll kind of turn to the group and say we just let him eat and leave him alone. No reason to fight them.
Arden asks, is there anything or anyone else here?
Like maybe some children?
Not see. One of them will look over at you and say, "No, that candle."
That's okay.
Cradling a candle.
It's okay. You can keep your candle. I have no use for it. I'll look at the rest of the party, and perhaps we should look around, because supposedly there are some missing children. I know that Speaker Dermot, was it Dermot?
Yep.
Insisted that they're dead, but I'd rather have either proof or something before giving up on them.
Okay. He agrees. He looks at the type of job they're doing on the meat. How are they taking care of the meat? Are they just butchering it, or are they taking their time?
They're just cutting into it and kind of stuffing it in their mouth.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not a pretty sight by any means.
He nods to the kobolds, and he checked his gear. Illiken checked his gear, and so did Arden. Is everything in place supposed to be there?
Yep.
Okay. And he says, let's go look.
Did we already check this room? I mean, there is a dead giant frozen there.
We have
thrown here.
We were so tired last night. We didn't check to see if there was anything in this room.
Okay.
So this oval chamber, as you're looking around, oval chamber with high walls of glittering ice, resembles a sepulcher, whatever. The frozen, hacked-up corpse of a frost giant lies on the floor, entombed in translucent ice, and looming next to it is, well, now is a dead woolly mammoth. And that is basically it. You also see where
I also see what now? I'm sorry.
I'm looking.
Oh, okay.
See, carved from a single block of ice is a giant-sized throne atop a circle dais. Chiseled into the throne's backrest is a large room.
Can I read it?
Give me a investigation. Oh yeah. You recognize the rune as a giant rune that says ice.
I tell everybody the ironicness of that rune. Very telling. It's ice.
I'll just kind of say, give me a few minutes here, and I'll sit down. I'll start casting Detect Magic as a ritual.
I'm looking at the kobolds as you say it. I know I can't see it, but that's just like
As you finish your ritual, the spell reveals an aura of conjuration magic around the room, which empowers the throne.
There's something about this throne that's magical. The room seems to be empowering the throne somehow.
do we destroy the rune? I can break it. I have tool I can break.
Thing is, magic like that can often backfire if you break it. And depending on what it does, that could be violent.
As you wish. Was offered.
Well, we know it's magical if we need to use it. You know, we know it's magical. I guess let's continue searching.
If we can move the throne.
What's that?
Illican sees if he can move the throne.
I'll give him a hand.
Give me a strength check, or an athletics rather. Not even an inch.
He looks at Celestine when he does that, and he asks, "Does it do anything when I touch it?"
Does it do anything when he touches it? No, nothing I can see.
Okay. But he doesn't know magic. That's your thing. So he's just does it get brighter? Does it hey?
No, that's understood. Well, let's continue searching and.
Because Illiken is a giant, and it's a chair, and he hates. It's he hates gold, or they're wrong. Okay, he wants to imagine himself as a big giant. He sits in it.
Yeah, I'm moving away before he does that.
As you sit down on the throne, you become aware of the nature of the throne. You in your mind, you feel like you could use an action to summon a blizzard outside, which would extend 1 mile from the lodge in all directions and last for 8 hours.
Oh my.
I tell the crew what I see, and I also suggest, what about those wolves outside, casting it so that they are affected by the blizzard.
Do I know anything about winter wolves? I would think I would, but do I?
Give me a nature or a history check.
Nature or what?
Nature or history. Probably nature. I don't know.
And can the reverse be true of removing the snow?
You would know that this is the winter wolves' territory, and something such as a blizzard would not set them back at all.
Yeah, winter wolves aren't going to be affected by a blizzard. It's their thing. It's their territory. It wouldn't help them any.
Okay, he gets off the throne, but he documents it. My throne. I want to go back. My precious.
Okay.
He asked Claudette if she wants to investigate anything, or we go as a party.
Go ahead and investigate up this direction for traps.
Give me a whatever you're supposed to. Yeah, investigation rather. Yeah, that one. Definitely no traps.
And like the suckers we are, we just go directly in when she sells us that.
How about checking this room? Is that a table or sarcophagus? I'm guessing it's a table since it looks like chairs.
A massive table hewn from a single block of ice stands in the middle of this cold chamber, surrounded by chairs also made of ice. Many of the chairs are chipped and cracked.
And she searches for traps again, to even lesser effect.
100% certainty that there is no trap. No, that wasn't a trap.
Does Celestine's, is hers, when she casts that spell, does it go with her or does it stay in that one spot?
It goes with me for 30 minutes.
It looks like this was a meeting room for giants at one point in time. Lying on the floor under the table is a 1-foot-tall stone statuette of a spindly creature that you recognize as the image of a chwinga.
1 foot tall?
Yep.
Can I pick it up?
Sure.
Is it magical in any way? I guess it's 10 minutes, not half an hour. But still. Does it appear to be magical?
No. It may have once been magical, but the magic within is dissipated. Give me a nature check. You realize that this is actually a chewinga that turned to stone when it died.
Refresh me. What's a chewinga?
It's a little elemental spirit, basically.
A tiny little air elemental spirit thing that threw a snowball at and pegged Illiken at the head a couple days ago.
Okay.
Or yesterday, or I don't know. Yeah. Nowhere, give me a perception check as you're standing there. Oh, yeah. You smell a tinge of what can only be described as stale brimstone.
What?
Stale brimstone?
Yeah.
Like fire and brimstone?
That's what he said, brimstone. So
Emanating from back this way.
And what's in that chair?
well, since you are the one who smelled it, maybe you should go look.
Okay.
Lying back in one of the chairs, you notice what looks to be a creature with horns upon its head and hooves instead of feet. The creature has black skin and looks to be clutching a long, slender item. As you near the creature, it is astonishing how close in resemblance this man looks to you. The same pigmentation of skin, about the same height, the same color eyes even. Well, with a small exception of a tail protruding from the back of his pants.
Sorry, the
Tail is-
last of that, please.
Exception of a tail protruding from the back of his pants. This tail is interesting as it has scales on it and ends with a stinger. The item he is carrying looks to be a quiver of sorts. Along one of the sides of this quiver is a chiseled out image of what looks to be a snake-like demon with the tail of a scorpion and wings like a bat. On the other side of this quiver looks to be a name. Although you do not recognize the language that it is written in, you can't help but wonder if this is the name of your father.
Okay. Interesting. Is this creature still alive?
No.
Okay. I guess I'll tell everyone else what I found.
All of what we just heard, or just bits of it?
I have photographic memory, so I'll tell you all of it.
Well, no, I mean, I think this is the name of my father. I didn't know if that would be part. That's why I was asking. If that's what you said, Milligan says, then you should take it. If it's part of your ancestry, you should have it.
Well, I guess I can take it.
But he does look over at a. No, he wouldn't, because that Celestine never told us that she was cursed, or Claudette never told us she was cursed.
Celestine, when you cast the detect magic earlier, did it include this area?
I walked in there, but I didn't notice that. Now that he's shown it to me, am I seeing a magic aura on it?
Yes.
It is magical. Can you tell me what kind of aura?
No.
Never mind.
It's a
It is
aura.
magical.
I think I'll pick it up, but I'm not going to try to use it or anything until we get a chance to identify it.
I can tell you from experience that that is probably smart.
Okay. So,
So can Verheist, but he's not in this game.
yeah.
Keep in mind that just because it's identified doesn't mean that, you know, if there's a curse on it, that you won't be cursed. Because identify doesn't necessarily identify curses.
You're so helpful.
I'm just telling you the truth. Just, you know, giving you a warning.
You're saying I should not pick it up?
Oh no!
No, I'm thinking you should definitely take it. It just, you know,
Okay.
waiting to use it until it's identified is not necessarily as preventative as you may think. That's all I'm saying.
But that's
All
not
right.
the main character. Use it on the one.
So how do I list it in my inventory?
Magical quiver sounds great.
Awesome.
While Elkin's over there petting his scale.
That just sounds wrong.
In front of Arden, no less.
Okay, I'm going to...
Question. Does this quiver have any contents, arrows or bolts in it?
You can't see any at the moment.
Does he reach his hand inside there to see if there's anything in it?
I'm not stupid.
Are you
Besides,
called
just
stupid?
just in everyday life, I wouldn't stick my hand into something I didn't know it was in it. I would tip it up and try to dump it out. That doesn't include the chance of having some critter bite my hand off or some magical something inside it.
It's a quiver of devouring.
You know, this is Sky, so that is entirely possible.
That's what I was thinking. I'm sorry.
Here, Illiken, you reach in there for me.
Do I get to keep it?
No, you reach in,
Yeah,
find
no,
out
I
if there's
stick
anything
my
in
hand.
there.
If it's mine, I stick my hand in it. If it's not, I don't stick my hand in it. My mama tells me a little bit, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that kind of depends on the day.
I resemble that remark.
That is the point. Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the other room. And I'm suddenly
Gonna
seeing...
follow.
I did, well...
A sour stench of decay fills your nostrils. Lying on the ice-packed ground is the frozen corpse of a whale, crudely butchered. Beside it is a blade in the shape of a paring knife, the size of a longsword.
Ooh.
Okay. Is it a serviceable item? As in, could it be used as, say, a weapon?
Not really.
Okay.
It's a semi-dull knife for skinning, basically.
Sorry, Alikin. Is there anything else in this room of interest?
Give me an investigation check.
He sees him looking, I'll help.
No, you can't see anything of interest.
He reminds everybody that there was another room down there. He'll pick up the big old...
Yes, I was just looking around the room. That's all. And then I will go back out the way we came in. Yeah. You're picking up the skinning longsword? Is that what you said, Illikin?
Yeah, before I have to ask a DM something.
Okay. Celestine, are you sure you want to go back the way we came? There's another opening out here.
That actually looks like it goes outside.
Doesn't that go outside? I mean, wasn't that opening there when we came in?
It's one of the looks that I got when I was doing the walk around outside before we came in to help Claudette.
Okay, I'm just want to make sure we're not missing something.
I would rather go through the interior before going out to face those wolves. You said you had asked the DM something?
Yes,
Yeah.
he was doing it in Discord.
Oh, gotcha. Then we will sit here and be patient. Impatiently patient.
Yes, I am picking up the thing.
Patiently impatient?
I'll
Paring
try it.
knife.
Yeah, the paring knife.
The size of a longsword.
Yep. Him and Arden come back. At Arden's insistence.
Sounds about right. As you walk right there, you notice Celestine, Claudette, you notice a large 10-foot wide chest behind the throne.
Oh, really? Then
Giant-sized.
I will check it for traps. And I'm gonna do that with Celestine because, frankly, Claudette's trap checking sucks.
No fair.
There's no traps that you can see.
Illikin, come over here and help me open this thing.
He tries the lid to see if it's locked to begin with.
Nope, it opens right up.
He looks at Claudette and Celestine, shaking his head. Really hard work.
And it's got some weight to it. And it's 10 foot wide, about 4 foot deep, and it's probably a good 55 pounds.
He's given him. It's his character, you know.
Okay.
Bragging about everything. The race. Really hard work. Come on, guys. He lifts it up and he looks inside since he's the first one to open it.
Give me an investigation check.
I see nothing.
Owie.
Looks pretty empty.
But, you know.
I mean, to your eyes, it definitely looks empty.
He backs away and lets other people look. As if, you know, hey, there's something in there, but I'm going to let you guys check first.
I guess since I'm standing there, I'll look.
Alright, give me an investigation check. You see in the bottom corner a scrimshaw of a goat. And you recall Speaker Dermot saying something about an adventuring party coming out here about a year ago that came out here to kill the giant. And think to yourself, they must have taken everything else that might have been in this chest.
Well, I'll definitely take the little statue. Is my detect magic still active at this point?
Sure. It's not magical.
Okay. I'll hold it up and kind of show everyone. And then, unless somebody suddenly shouts, "Hey, that's mine," I will tuck it away.
Which one's the vampire again?
Claudette.
Vampire.
It's just a scrimshaw goat.
Yep.
Okie doke. I will ask Claudette when she returns if that's hers. Or if she recognizes it in any way. Just to be fair. But I think we should continue on down this hallway here, because I do believe I see a door at the end. Or rather, an opening. Can I search around for traps?
Sure.
Great, now I'm rolling like crap.
No, nothing that you can see.
Go ahead, roll for Claudette.
Don't expect the DM to take it, but if he will, then I won't argue.
Yeah, she's not finding anything either. And as you step there, you hear a little crunch. And it's just ice breaking off.
I was like, seriously.
Looks at the bedding.
The only furniture in this cavernous chamber is a big fur bedroll. Fur is matted and musty. This looks like the room Paraguay may have slept in when he was alive.
Ilkin checks the matting, or the bedding.
It is old and gross.
He dumps it in case something's inside of it.
Give me an investigation check.
Giant 2-foot cockroaches skitter away.
Lunch.
Some dead skin and some hairs fall out of the bedroll.
Does it look like it's clean? If it was cleaned, it'd be a nice bedroll, or is it just old, tattered?
It looks like 4 or 5 of you might fit in it. 4 or 5 of you.
Yeah, too bulky.
Like 20 of Finnegan.
That's enough, pup.
Arden, okay. Does Arden see what I think he sees there? Because Ilkin's blind as a bat at night, so.
What does he think he sees?
Couple of barrels.
Looks like some barrels in a hole.
Yeah, you see some barrels.
Arden points out some barrels to Nowhere and the others. You see some barrels.
Foul scent pervades the room, which contains 5 barrels. There's also a massive hole in the ice floor that seems to slope down at a slight angle and heads past the wall.
You said slide angle. So is it something that we could walk down and walk up?
Yes.
Okay. Then after our local sleuths tell us it's okay, Arden suggests we check the barrels to find out what there is in them and go in the hole.
We're not finished exploring up here. We're missing a huge chunk of this room, of this building at the south.
But the only way to get to that south area that he knows about is from the outside, and so since we're still inside, and this is what he's telling. Like, yeah, we've already inside. We have no way to get to that area unless there's a secret wall compartment. But this is part of this room. You pointed over there. Is there something over there we need to look at?
Who pointed over there? Oh.
So I didn't know if that was just a mistake or was somebody pointing as in their characters pointing over there saying there's something over there.
Probably misclick.
Okay, out of character. This is totally the player talking. I am uncomfortable leaving unexplored area on this level without and then continuing down to a different level.
Well, this is the player and character. If we go down, this may be a path to that unexplored area. So that's because within the confines of the map that we've seen, part of the that we've came into inside this dwelling, this is the only portion that we haven't explored. The other part is going outside and going into a different cave or opening.
What do you think, Nowhere?
I think since we're here, we might look. Depends on how far this hole goes down. And if there's anything else, it may be just a way to get through the ice to some water, or it may be storage down there.
Okay, Sky, you said it was the God, what's this word I'm looking for? Slant, I guess. For some reason, I can't think of the right term. The slant
Slight angle.
So it's enough that we can actually walk it instead of sliding.
Yes.
Down it. Okay. Okay, let's give it a try, I guess. Illigan, I vote you take point.
Okay. But before he does that, he does what he said he was going to do to begin with.
Okay.
Check the barrels. That makes sense.
Investigation check.
I'll help him if he needs it. For each barrel, or?
No. You pry off one of the tops of the barrels, and you recognize the stench that's coming from this room as whale oil.
Oh, he calls back whale oil.
Each drum is about 500 pounds.
We might want to come back in here for a couple of these if we can carry them.
We need to purchase, and he says this again, we need to purchase cart. We find a whole lot of crap. I can drag a cart.
Kind of thinks in my head, dragging a cart through the snow is not nearly as easy as dragging it across or down the road.
Sleigh. We're in the snow and everything. It's a sleigh that we need. But that's what he says. And
suppose if you're the one that's insisting on pulling it, then I guess it's your decision whether or not you get one. I wouldn't spend a fortune on it, though, because there's no telling if we'll have to leave it behind at some point.
He measures the oil and thinks, wonder what you can trade these in for a cart. Yeah. As he goes down the hole. Elevator go up, elevator go down.
Give me a history check. Illigan.
Scary thought.
You would know that you could probably get around 40 gold per barrel.
Well, that's something to consider.
Only because Illican thinks of trading stuff. He's been in the mountain so long that It's the first thing he has. What can he trade to get something?
Well, when we're ready to leave, we might want to return here and see if we can arrange to take one or two of these with us.
And Illican goes into the hole.
Well, if Illican's going down, I guess I'll go ahead and try to follow him.
Arden takes 2 steps back and lets whip the wrong person in the hole. And says, "You go on ahead first." Yeah, you go on ahead. But
Give me a
don't forget to
dexterity.
light your torch so you can see.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Which one?
Acrobatics.
Which character?
Illican.
Illican.
He's the one on the slippery ice that slants down.
I was really hoping for that one.
That would have been fun. I would have enjoyed slide.
Yeah, you're fine. It angles slightly down. It goes down about 10 feet, and you can see that it's heading towards the south.
South?
Yep.
Okay, is the map northeast, southwest correct?
Yes.
Okay, that just... he walks a little farther and with his torch on to see if what he sees.
Just out of curiosity, am I the only one that sees the dotted lines? Am I seeing that because I can see GM stuff, or...
I was curious about that too.
I don't see no dotted lines.
Okay. So I guess not.
Okay. That explains... Yeah. Yeah, I can see the dotted lines that show that it goes to the wall. So... And I assumed everyone could.
Oh,
Nope.
it's on the GM info overlay.
That explains why everyone is... Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
That gave me more information than I thought everyone had.
Because Arden's already been a hit one, Arden says, "I'm being smart.
I'll go ahead and follow him down the hole, I guess.
Okay, and I'll follow behind you.
And Illican will follow the wall to the east, since that was the way that they were coming before, to see if he finds another hole. And as nobody's told him to stop, he just keeps on going. And he stops there as he sees an opening, and because he did see an opening going in, he does ask, "If we see wolves, can we kill?"
They obviously lured us here. I have no compunction of fighting them. Or I have no problem with fighting them.
They gone. That he can see. And he stays right there and waits for our fellow rogue assassin to come and check the area.
Your high quality investigator.
Hey, occasionally she sits off, but other times she does pretty good.
She is certain that there is no traps.
Okay, one sec again.
Okay.
Anything in this room?
Not that you can tell.
This seems too easy. Okay, I'm sorry. You were about to describe something. I interrupted you.
A huge slatted animal cage with a locked gate attached to it by rusty hinges stands against the west wall of this chamber. Trapped inside the cage are two shivering humans in cold weather clothing. They look fearfully at you. The female is very spindly with pointy teeth. Snow clings to the ends of her long braids. She is ready to do whatever it takes to get back to her mother in Dugan's Hole. Of the two siblings, she is the more proactive. The boy has a piebald face flanked by small, malformed ears. He is examining the brackets that hold together the slats of the cage to find a way to break them. His hands look frostbitten, and his teeth are chattering uncontrollably.
Illiken attempts to... No, he doesn't. He just looks at the kids.
We're here to try to get you out. And get you home. You say it's locked? This cage has a door on it?
Yes.
He also said it had rusted hinges. Suppose somebody has a hammer or maul that they could use to break them.
Can Claudette try to pick the lock? I mean, is it like humanoid size or is it giant size?
Illiken asks how they got in there.
They say the wolves locked them in.
So the wolves have keys?
They kind of shrug. And yes, Claudette could definitely pick the lock if enough time and resources and didn't break a pick. Yeah,
How did the wolves con you to come in?
Takes about a minute to get unlocked, but eventually the tumblers click and the lock pops open. Soldier will say, we were outside of town. Ben convinced me that the wolves were a myth, and he's supposed to become a hunter one day, and we decided to go out and hunt some rabbits, and they came by and they said that their master was here and that he you like to beat them, and I don't like people that eat animals. And so we started going, and after about an hour, we were going to turn back, and they picked us up and brought us here.
Yeah, I'm assuming it is, but does it sound like they're telling the truth?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what Illiken was doing when they were talking. So
Can I kind of look them over? Do they have any obvious wounds?
No.
Okay, but they just seem like they're really cold.
Yeah, extremely cold and frostbitten.
Illiken says he will be back. He asked Arden if he wants to go with us. He's going to go cut the blanket. I know it's crappy, I know it's all that, but at least gives them something to cover since they're so cold.
As far as the frostbite's concerned, is that something the lesser restoration would resolve? Would I know that?
Sure.
Okay, then I will take 2 beads off my necklace and use 1 on each of them.
And they're walking around, so in case they get jumped, you're able to say, okay, yes, you get jumped.
And instantly they are feeling a lot warmer. Notice the frost disappear from Finn's fingertips.
Okay, as soon as our party members return, we can head out and try to get the 2 of you home. Celestine will go back out into this room. Or outside, I guess. Is there any indication of where these wolves went?
Not at the moment. And it looks like actually give me a survival check. Looks like they headed in towards where Norsu was slain. But other than that, you're not sure.
Okay, I'll peek around the corner. Do I have any chance to see them?
Nope.
Okay, then I will come back in here and wait for our party members to return.
Once they finally did the trip all the way around, again, they give he tells them, I know it's stinky, I know it's stale, but it'll keep you warm while we get you home.
Give me a survival check. They were in cold weather clothing, but give me a survival check on your cutting job. It's not very good.
Well, of course.
Probably not going to keep them very warm at all.
It was the thought that count. Just saying.
Now, do you want to go back and try and take a few of those barrels with us, or do we just want to leave?
I said go get something to pick them up and then come back.
Going to open the gate.
I already did.
Well, Claudette unlocked the lock.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Yes, then Ilkin will open the gate if it sticks or anything.
As you
This
It
can't be
crashes.
good.
give me a strength or athletics check. Oh, easily. It opens fast and extremely loudly. You hear this huge as the bolts of rust start creaking. And you hear, "You're still here? You slayed him!" And let's go on break.
Of course, now it's break time.
Add a character. Ilkin wants to go and break the ice to get the check the giant's body, but that's just like there should be keys somewhere. We haven't found keys.
What do we need keys for?
Okay, there was a cage that was locked. Means someone had to open it at one time. So, and I'm sorry, the wolves didn't look like they could open it. So unless they have keys on them, Ilkin wants to find out where the keys went.
Well,
Is
we've
that
already established that the wolves have used the cage since the giant died. So either Norsu opened it or they did.
I know that's the it's just one of those things. It's not making sense to his small brain.
Well, then I guess that's Ilkin's problem. Anyway, break time. We all here?
Accountable.
What?
Innocent and accountable.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I think we're waiting on Sky.
Yep, I'm here. I'm just doing a couple bites in.
You're allowed to eat. Okay, I think we're all back.
All right, everybody roll initiative. He's always got it on whisper to GM. Funny.
What's that?
Audette's always got it set to whisper to GM. Oh no, that's you. Wow, okay, that's weird. Oh well.
It doesn't say whisper to GM, so I don't know why it's doing that.
Oh well. All good.
Must be something in the macro.
Alright, so Kanan comes through the opening. Growling. You were supposed to die! What are you doing alive? And he will end his turn, and then Koran will follow him and will end his turn.
Where's the key?
You and that key, I swear.
And he did favor foe on that one.
All right, the first one hits.
And that's his turn.
Arden.
Arden favor foes.
$18 will hit. Anything else?
I think that's all that he can do at the present moment.
All right, Claudette.
Claudette will move around to there. And she will use her cutting action to disengage.
Nowhere. Actually, Claudette, roll me a 1d4. All right, now nowhere.
What's that mark mean?
It's something that I got to worry about. It's something
Okay.
within her sword.
Okay. Fine. All right. I'm going to use them a lot.
That will hit.
Seven points of damage. And I'm going to back up here. And that's the end of my turn.
I'll stay.
Okay, I'm going to run back here. I'm going to yell at the kids to get back. And I guess since nobody's injured, I'll go ahead and go Archer.
That'll hit.
And I'll get shoot a guiding star as well.
That'll hit.
And that should be it. For the record, that's more than 15 feet.
Okay. So, Silicon.
Woody.
DC 12 Dex save. For 9 damage.
Oh? I like my Verheist now.
We'll do the same thing, and we'll only get Arden. Who will take 18 damage. Cold damage, if that matters. Which she is resistant to cold, so 9.
So is Ilkin. Would Ilkin be less than that?
Ilkin
Yeah.
is not resistant to cold.
I thought he was.
Only ones I show resistant to cold are Nowhere and Arden.
You're right. I'm wrong. You know your stuff. I don't.
I have a cheat sheet too. So you took 9. That's Corin's turn. Looking.
Same one as before.
$17 will hit.
Believe that's all I can do with him.
Okay. Arden.
Well, no. Yeah, that's because I hit twice. Come on. Arden, same one.
That one just fell.
Okay, is the one that the other one within range of a bow, or do I need to back up?
It is within range of a bow.
You're not too close for a bow, no.
He'll also move his hunter's mark.
Okay. That'll hit.
Can you just move the favorite bow thing like that? I thought you just had to
He has to recast it, but they got 2, so.
I thought I was misunderstanding the ability at first.
Anything else?
I believe that's all I can do.
Claudette?
Wait a minute. No, he can also do one of. No, that's an action. Never mind. He can't do anything else. Watch where you're pointing that pointy stick.
2 misses. Yay.
That's it.
All right. Nowhere.
All right. Does 18 hit?
That will.
8 points. Damn. That's the end of my turn.
Elsie.
£13 Sorry, 23 points. That's it.
It will yelp and yell, no. And Claudette, give me an attack of opportunity. And Illa can give me an attack of opportunity. Assuming you want to. That'll hit.
Eight, not one, because I hadn't moved it over to her yet. But because I marked her mate, do I still can tell where she's going?
That's not how favorite foe works.
No, it's not like
they're brothers, not mates.
well, that's what where used to be where you mark one and any of that same creature you would know where it was.
Okay, Illican.
He's dashing. Does he see where that went?
You can see him.
Marking him?
Okay. You can't shoot. You took your action to dash.
I thought that was bonus action.
For rogues
Only
and
for
for
rogue.
certain subclasses of other people.
What can I do as a bonus action?
There's certain spells that you can use, and there's swapping a potion that you don't have. And yeah.
So right now I'm just stuck chasing this guy. Gotcha.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Arden.
That's as far as he'd go.
Okay. What it?
Okay, I'm going to run dash, bonus action dash, or cutting action dash rather, to get there. Yeah, that's it.
Nowhere.
That's run and dashes as far as I can go.
Celestine.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Okay, that's movement and action. And this luminous arrow that can be read under the archer part. It says hurling a luminous arrow that targets one creature within 60 feet of you. It doesn't say I have to see it. So what's the DM fiat on that one? Will you allow it?
I don't see why not.
Damn.
Nothing. Yay!
I was gonna go with its disability because there's an object in the way. Hey.
That's it.
What attack of opportunity?
He's moving. Are you still taking those negative 1d4s for each time? Oh, that was a different one.
That was a different one. And it ran off. You're out of combat.
Damn it.
But there's two. We know exactly where it went. There's two favorite foes. Come on, damn.
Got 50 feet of speed, and which is 100 feet dash.
Claudette could catch up to it.
I've only got 90 feet of movement. Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Claudette
she
has
doesn't
90 feet of movement.
She doesn't have a bow. I thought she had something else that she could attack with.
Nope. Incidentally, do I have to say that I went and picked up that dagger after I threw it? If I do, then I went and picked up that dagger after I threw it.
It was missing. No, yeah, you're good.
Okay. Celestine would like to skin this wolf.
Give me a survival check.
She's doing that. Illikin and Arden are picking up their arrows.
Claudette will help her. Dexterity?
Sorry. What? Sorry. Survival for Cannon. Investigation for the arrows.
I figure one's helping the other, so I only had to roll it once.
How many arrows are you minus from this?
During this combat, should be 3.
Okay, and I should also have 3.
Okay, they would have looked for all the arrows to pass them up.
That's why I didn't say anything before.
I'd say you found 5.
Illikin really doesn't need his one shot that he took, so Arden and Illikin will take 1 and pass 2 to the other 2.
Did you didn't get a shot off though?
Fired but missed, I thought.
No, you didn't fire because that was when you got to where you're at right here.
Oh yeah.
It was with a dash.
Never mind, I thought I fired, so yeah.
So, how many do I get?
I would say that since it was 5, I would say that you got 4. So
I only lost 3.
well, Illikin looked for arrows, and so did Arden shoot? Arden only shot once, right? Or did Arden shoot twice?
Arden shot twice.
Okay.
Shot
Then
that one, and then no, he didn't get to shoot the last one because he didn't. Okay.
Okay. So nowhere shot 3 times. You said.
Yes.
Okay. So you're missing 5 arrows. Illikin found 4.
Okay.
2 each.
It's fine.
$23 on the survival.
You do a remarkable job.
Thank you.
Cutting the skin off.
And Illikin asked if you found the key.
Did I find a key during my skinning?
Give me an investigation check.
Illikin would help.
For the record, I wasn't looking for it. Just throwing that out there.
What do you need a key for?
It's
You
one
feel-
of those unopened or unexplored areas. So
You feel that ki is all around you. It's energy. It's all in nature. However, you don't have the proper skill set to harness it.
Magic. Oh, that just makes. Never mind.
Really, Sky? Really?
I don't know what else to say.
I just very interesting answer. Okay. Okay, Celestine will go and gather the children and start pushing them towards exiting.
Illiken will pick up the head of the wolf to bring to the village elder.
It's probably a good idea.
He hears a whack as he brings down his axe.
You're going whack with what?
His battle axe. Chopping off the head.
Oh, of the wolf, gotcha.
Maybe it'll take the other wolf off enough that it'll come after us so he can kill it.
Ah, you want an enemy, gotcha. That follows and stalks you.
We haven't gotten back to Dugan's Hole yet, and there's hours to go.
What did you say? It was like 13-hour trip? 8-hour trip, something like that.
Was it like 8 or something? Yeah, it sounds like Ilkin wants an Araya.
Oh shit. We better take a short rest before we leave so you guys can heal up, because I'm not wasting my spells.
Yeah, well, I'm not hurt, but go
It's
ahead.
only a scratch.
Our friendly rangers are a bit injured. And if you don't want to heal, fine. Just don't blame me if you fall in combat.
Okay, short rest. What do I do for a short rest?
If you would like to roll hit die, you can roll hit die.
I only rolled it once. Don't worry.
Should only have 2 per character, just at the moment. So
That's why I said I only rolled once for each.
and then add that amount to your health pool.
Both of them are back up to full health and looking like they just, woke up on the good side of a bed.
Both back to full health. That's impressive.
9 and 12, and both of them were down 9 points.
Cool. Okay, let's go.
I will mention as they're going, man, them kobolds disappeared quick.
They had their fill. They had no reason to hang around and deal with the wolves.
As Arden carries the head of, or sorry, Illiken carries the head of the wolf with a grin.
Okay, so we leave.
Remember, we need sled.
Changing sheet.
Oops. Sorry. You said changing sheet, and I started trying to move the player ribbon back to this map. Or to the Frostmaiden Lodge map instead of switching to the map you put it on. Did I leave it? Did I put it back on the right one?
Yeah, it's on.
I'm sorry. I'm so used to doing it the other way around.
So you get back to Dugan's Hole, no issues.
Yay. What's the approximate time when we get back?
Oh, they.
Just wondering if people are still up.
As rude as she was, do we really care whether she's awake or not?
I would say that
You got kids. We want to bring them to the family no matter what.
I would say that looks like you guys woke up, headed downstairs, left for Dugan's Hole. Took about 4 hours to get there. Talked to people, left. Took about 8 hours to get there. So it was probably around 8 o'clock at night when 8 or 9 or something like that when you fought Norsu. Stayed the night, fought the wolves in the morning. I would say probably the investigation.
Early evening?
Yeah, probably around 6 o'clock at night.
Okay, then let's ask the kids, where are your house? Where do you live? Let's get you home.
Have they got
They
any
will.
guards out to protect this town yet?
You don't see any guards.
It's a small enough town, they probably don't have guards.
As you head through town, the speaker is outside and walks up to you and says, "Well, you made it back. Good for you. Oh, and you have the little shits with you. So they didn't die. Well, whatever." And Finn will pipe up and say, "So you weren't even going to come looking for us, Aunt Edgra? Ma is going to hear about this." Dermot. Like my sis can do anything about it. By throwing stones, you shouldn't have been out past the edge of town. Everyone was told to stay in town, and we wouldn't be bothered. And Syl says, "Old hag," and takes Celestine's hand. Says, "Come with us to our house. I'm sure Ma would love to meet you."
I will do so without even saying a word to the speaker.
As you arrive to a smallish...
Wait a minute. When she's spouting all this and looking at the kids, Ilkin walks up to her, as her back is to him, and puts the face right in front of where her head is and says, "I brought you this!" So when she turns around, she sees it.
What am I supposed to do with that?
"It's one of the wolves!" And I push it into her face.
She turns around and walks away.
He looks at the party. She didn't want the head.
As you arrive to a smallish 2-room house, Syl opens the door and calls out for Ma! And a lady comes running out. Kind of middle-aged, race. I don't know race. Doesn't say. We'll call her, human. Sure.
Kids look human.
Kids have pointy teeth, so I don't think they're looking human.
Oh, they're definitely human.
A lot of tribal people sharpen their teeth.
Okay.
Okay, so the human mom comes running out.
Syl! Ben, you're alive! I never thought I'd see you again! Did you bring them back?
We did. I'm hoping they are more welcome here than they were with their aunt.
I'm not sure how I can ever thank you enough for bringing them back. Just one moment. Runs to the other room and comes back. My brother was a hunter. He passed a few years ago, so he will not be needing these boots anymore. They were supposed to go to Finn eventually, but I'm sure he would agree that they would be much better suited with the likes of y'all, since seeing as he could have gotten him and Syl killed out there, right? Yes, Ma. Papa's boots should go to the people that would be better served with them. I would rather be a fisher than a hunter anyways. And she hands you a pair of boots.
I will take them and thank her profusely. Look, we weren't greeted very well by this speaker here. I guess your sister-in-law, something. Is there anything else going on around here that you guys might need help with, or is these wolves the only issue?
As far as I know, these wolves were the only issue. About a year ago, some adventurers came through here, looking to kill a giant. Never saw them again. Don't know whatever happened with that, but I don't know. We pretty much stick to ourselves and fish. That's all we do. A couple people become hunters and get game outside of town, but the majority of us either fish or cook or clean or whatever.
Do you
Okay.
have... Go for it.
I was just gonna say, okay, go ahead.
Do you have sleds or sleighs that can be rented?
We do not. We really have no reason to leave our quaint town, so we don't really have any means of that sort.
Outside of character, how long would it take to build one for a blacksmith?
That is a great question, and I can find the answer out for you by next week.
Okay.
Do they even have a blacksmith?
He
We
is.
do. Ilkin's a blacksmith.
Does him a lot of good if he doesn't have a forge.
And then I will ask the... I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Oh, my apologies. My name's Hilda.
Hilda, do you have a place, or can you suggest a place where we could possibly stay the night?
I thought we were same thing with last time. Is they offered us a room here if we got whatever.
No.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think that was here.
All we
That was
have
in
is
good need.
all we have available. Unfortunately, we don't get visitors very often. Is the fish house. I don't know what my nasty sister told you, or if she has any other arrangements. I mean, surely she has some rooms. Being the speaker of the town, surely she has some rooms in her nice house, but we don't get along, so I couldn't even begin to tell you about any of that.
Okay, and the fish house is down at the end of the dock?
Yes.
Well, thank you for your time, Hilda, and we're glad to see your children returned. And thank you.
Ilkin asked if she wants to hit.
No, thank you.
Not everyone sees it as much of a trophy as you do.
Good trophy. Okay, walks out.
I will, as we're walking out, I'll turn back and say, there's still one wolf out there. We're not able to get them both. So, please make sure that, that information gets around town, and be careful.
It was highly wounded when we last saw.
I will. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I will turn and leave. As we're walking out, I'll turn to Ilkin and Arden. What do you think your guys' chances of tracking that thing are?
Ilkin brags. No problem. Arden,
Insight check.
here's a chance.
Do I need to actually use my insight against you?
Okay, for Ilkin, you wouldn't be able to tell if he was lying or not because in his head he's telling the truth.
Gotcha.
Because of what?
He actually thinks he's...
He thinks he's telling the truth whether he is or isn't. So it doesn't matter if he's being deceptive or not. He actually thinks he's telling the truth. He might be the world's most friendly person in his mind.
Okay, so you're telling me his eyes are brown.
Yeah, basically.
All right, thanks.
Yes, very much so. He'll brag about all of his experiences.
Okay, do we want to try to hunt down this other winter wolf?
Yes.
Or do we just want to... Okay. Arden, Claudette, and Nowhere agree with you.
I'm not in favor of it, but if the rest of the group is going, I'll go along.
Arden says it might protect the town better. If you leave one out, she can heal, and then what she's going to do to the town. And since they're not really active in protecting themselves,
I imagine Claudette would have an opinion very similar to Nowhere's. But,
Claudette would not specifically want to go after it, but she'll always reap the rewards of sucking some spinal fluid.
okay. I guess let's... I think we should go after it as well. I don't want to leave it... I don't want to leave the town to its wrath. Especially since we killed its brother, not the town. So I guess let's go take a nap at the fish house, as much as I'm looking forward to that. And then in the morning, let's head out and try to find this wolf.
Oh, there's nothing like the aroma of fish and fish guts, particularly since they're not necessarily all that fresh.
Not in the least.
Illiken starts walking to the fish house.
And I guess I'll follow.
And follow along.
Okay, I would like to spend the rest of the night, canning this winter wolf hide. Since it's only probably about 7 o'clock now. 7-ish. I figure we've got probably a good 6 or 7 hours before, or well, 5 or 6 hours before we have to actually bed down for the night. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Go ahead and do a survival.
Survival, not leatherworking?
Or that thing. That stuff, yeah.
Dexterity?
Yep. Success.
Thank you. Did that take the whole time?
Or a winter wolf or a large wolf, yeah, I would say so.
Illiken will spend the time that he's tanning, sharpening the knife or the blade. That he picked up from that for whaling.
All right. Give me a blacksmith's tools check.
Okay, I know I'm a blacksmith, but it's not on there.
All right. part of your racial or?
History that we talked about when I built the character.
Gotcha.
I just put it on there. If it shouldn't have been on there, then I can take it off. Or it looks like somebody else just put it on there too. Maybe I should try to be so helpful.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Strength, or what do I use as the input value?
Just 1 second. Checking something. Okay, I don't know. Do dexterity for sharpening. You are able to get it pretty nice and sharp.
Piece of cake, and he shows everybody. We have extra tool now, or extra weapon now. And you guys can use for skinning beasts.
You're probably the only one that can lift this.
You guys
to use for skinning and that kind of stuff. Like it's a paring knife made for a giant.
I know he's saying this is really light. You guys can use it.
Okay.
you know. So what are you talking about? This isn't heavy. It's easy. You guys can use this easy. I made it sharp for you.
I think I'll stick to my dagger. Thank you.
Okay. Will you teach me how to skin then?
Are you asking me?
Yes, he's asking. Because he's like, if you won't, I will. But I don't know how. It deals with mine, minerals, blacksmith, any of that stuff he knows. Anything else, like, I know how to eat it and cook it.
In that order?
Sometimes. Depending on what it is.
Don't want to go there. I don't know, DM, are we allowed to teach each other skills?
Sure. You know, same stuff as you do.
Okay. Well,
Takes
we...
time.
Because what?
It'll take some time.
Okay, well, we'll see about that.
He grins and straps it to his pack so that it's ready to be done, and he goes over and gets everything prepped for the night. Puts away all his tools.
After Illikin has settled down for the night, I will approach him and give him a pair of gloves as well. Again, wolf hide, or wolf fur on the back, with a basic leather on the palm, and the tips of the index and middle finger are they can be pulled open so that he can still use his bow.
What is that, Ilkin or Arden?
Ilkin.
Ilkin looks at him. Nice. Good job. Thank you. He puts them on, balls his hand into a fist, smacks one of the other. What? What? Nice. Good work, gloves. And he asks if anybody else needs, well, it depends. How many more hours we got before we go to sleep?
I'd say it probably took you about an hour to sharpen that. So, probably about 4 or 5 hours till the downtime.
He asks if anybody else needs any tools serviced, tools or weapons serviced before we go to sleep, just so that they're in better condition and ready when we need.
Afraid I don't use a whole lot of metal outside of my scimitar or my dagger.
They need sharpened?
Well, I'm using the scimitar right now.
Okay.
Or rather, the dagger right now. And scimitar very seldom gets used.
And for those members that aren't here, if their tools get, he picks them.
Yeah, well, I used my scimitars today, but I've already sharpened them again, and I take care of my own weapons. I have to trust them, so I want to make sure that I know their condition.
Anyway, just figured this out. Rogar is supposed to be the blacksmith because you get it with that rune knight feature, or not rune, whatever rune knight.
Okay. Sorry.
Lots of characters, I understand.
Yeah, I was thinking both of them had it because of the mining, mining blacksmithing side.
We'll say that using the stuff that you have available to you, it took about 2 hours to sharpen that to a suitable quality.
Okay.
Anyone else doing anything, or are we resting?
I'm resting. It's been a long day.
Martin says he'll take first watch or second watch, depending on what you want.
I'll take first.
And he goes over and does his trance. Well, they're looking all. He's got his mat and gets comfortable.
Oh crap! I rolled an 8.
Hey, that's what Arden rolled last time, so you're good.
And the good news is
At least we're in town.
You're in a
you're
structure.
in town. You're in a structure. You got walls.
We never did test to see how sturdy the walls were. But hey,
It's a pretty big building, so you'd hope that the walls are somewhat sturdy.
Does the speaker even know we're here?
I don't know that she really cares.
We're in the fish house. She's in her own house.
because that's what she talked about, the fish house the last time.
Yeah. Yesterday, when you had arrived, she said if you wanted to stay, you could stay in the fish house. So. Yeah, I would say it's been an exhausting day. And eventually you get a little nauseous from the extremely ripened fish that are just lying about all over the place. And you get a little bit of a headache and sit down and pass out.
Fun. Tell me I get dreams of being swallowed by a whale.
Arden.
He's asleep, so I just rolled the perception to see if he wakes up.
Yeah, no. You just keep in your trance all night. Say maybe 9, 10 in the morning, you guys start waking up. And it still looks like midnight, so it doesn't matter, but
Does
Well-
anybody,
color.
that
All
everybody
are very refreshed.
Well, that was a good night's sleep.
It's wolf hunt time.
I do feel refreshed.
Oh yeah. He's putting his hand along the blade that he sharpened with a grin. Time to test the waters.
I'm assuming we ate a ration last night since nobody said anything about getting food.
Yes, I thought.
Do we our hit points? Do we rack them back up?
Yep. Hit points. Your hit points were back up before, but yeah, your any spells and favored foe and your stones endurance or whatever, all that stuff.
Well, I meant the where you get a short rest, you have a hit point, you use a hit dice.
Oh yes, yes.
Okay, got it all.
Okay.
Then Illiken is very excited to go search for the wolf that got away.
Does Claudette need to eat rations? I don't remember.
She has bud packs. Yeah.
Different game.
I think she does.
Okay. Then I will take one from her. Because she only had 4, so...
Yeah. She doesn't need to breathe, but she does need to eat.
Okie doke.
You're playing around with her being reborn. That one, you don't have to eat.
Okay. Ilkin, let's go see if we can hunt down this wolf.
He's happy too. Last night he ate a berry, so he's good for 24 hours. And then he created new berries.
The berries.
And they go back to the other place so they can go look for the tracks if they're still there.
If the wind hasn't blown too much or it hasn't snowed, there's a fair chance that there'll be some blood in the snow. But we got a long hike before we get back there.
As they leave town, Ilkin is looking to see if the wolf is out anywhere near town as they go.
That was my thought. I was hoping that maybe the wolf would show up and try to attack us as we left town.
As you leave town, there is no sign of a wolf.
Damn.
Going to head off to the west.
Does favorite foe work as the same as the other one?
No.
Okay.
Favored foe. You should have, and the ability should be listed in your abilities on your character sheet, and it's quite literally it gives you 1d4 on an enemy.
Sucks. But okay.
There's nothing saying you can't use Hunter's Mark as well.
I don't think I have Hunter's Mark.
Well, that was your short-sightedness.
We had talked about it, and I mean, Hunter's Mark. So here's the thing about Hunter's Mark. It's 1d6. It can be transferred, and it lasts for a minute, and that's it, and it goes away, unless you cast it at a higher level, which you don't have currently. And even when you do get it, like even if like in this case, I think it's first level is a minute, third level is 8 hours, and fifth level is 24 hours. So at this point, you still wouldn't be able to track it probably.
Actually, it's an hour, 8 hours, and
Okay.
24.
Okay. So that was just why I was, curious.
But still wouldn't be an effect at this point.
Yeah. So I mean and I know we chose it for a reason. I just knew I didn't have the other.
This one doesn't
And-
take spell slots either, so.
This one doesn't take spell slots, and it scales with your level. So 1d4 now, eventually it'll go up to a d6, d8, and I believe a d10 total or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's good. I knew it was good. That's why I'm making sure I use it all the time. But I just couldn't. I knew we didn't get the other one.
Incidentally, I do realize that when I said that was your short-sightedness, that it sounded a little sharp. I really was just joking. I swear I wasn't intending to be a dick.
No, we know you were trying to be a dick, and it's quite honestly, it was my short-sightedness. But at the same time, it was my long-term gain.
Okay, I just realized how bad that sounded, so sorry.
And we had talked about it when we were building his character, but again, this is one of those that I ran into with Elro forever, which is that you get your 2 attacks. Eventually, you'll get your 3 attacks. But Hunter's Mark is a bonus action. So you mark something with the bonus action. You are -1 of your attacks, and then somebody else kills it really quickly, and then you have to remark another one with your bonus action, negating another attack, and then somebody kills that, and then you're never using your offhand weapon.
Yeah, I think Hunter's Mark is good with a two-handed character or a ranged character. It's not good with a dual wielder.
What's the difference?
If you're dual wielding, you're using your bonus action to attack. So using Hunter's Mark uses up that bonus action, so you don't use one of your attacks.
Two-handed compared to dual wielding.
Two-hander is using a weapon in 2 hands. They don't get to use their bonus action to attack.
Oh, okay, now I understand.
I'm talking like a great big axe or a great axe or a great sword.
Using one big weapon as opposed to 2 smaller weapons.
Gotcha.
Yes, that.
Okay. Well, the question is, do we call it here or do we play for another 20 minutes?
Well, it is 4:55, so I would say we call it here. Because if you are going into combat, I'm sure Opal would love to get into combat.